Well, that was short-lived. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Continuing on my Saw review series leading up to the brand new Saw X this Friday, actually. Here are my thoughts on Saw 4. Starting off with my positives, the positives I do have are the special effects. Well, not special effects, practical effects. Why did I say special effects? Practical effects. To me, this is where the franchise got pretty good. I mentioned them in Saw 3, where that's when the effects really began, but here in Saw 4 is where they start to be really good, to where, like, especially that opening autopsy in the opening where they're cutting open John Kramer and stuff, like, kind of checking his body, basically, an autopsy. And that does not look like some kind of rubber doll that the special effects team made. That does not look like that. It actually looks like they shot Tobin Bell, put him on this table, cut him up quickly before the cops came down and arrested all of them. That's how good it is. Like, that is one of the most realistic autopsies I have ever seen, to where it's down to the stomach being cut open, to where they pry open his chest to look just so you can see his ribs. They saw open his skull and take out his brain. Like, that shit was gory. And it's like, oh my god, how did they pull that off? Like, that looks super realistic. And I remember when I first watched this movie, that actually freaked me out because just how realistic it was. It also made me throw up just how gross it was, too. I don't know if I should have been amazed or puked. I ended up doing both. So I also kind of like seeing more of John's backstory in this movie, where we got some backstory with him in some of the other films, where like how he started and like why he started, some things that we didn't learn about him. But this is where a film where it's kind of like a prequel in a way. It's like some of it is prequel, well, most of it's prequel, and then some of it is just like Saw sequel stuff that's boring. And where this film, it kind of gives you more of John's backstory. Now, I'm not a big prequel guy. I've never liked prequels. They've never been my cup of tea. I've always been like, well, bleh. But I honestly like seeing the prequel stuff with John, where like you get like certain scenes with him and his ex-wife Jill is her name, I believe. Yeah, Jill, where we learn more about him, that he had a wife, that he had a kid coming his way until an incident happened. And I just like learning some of this stuff, and like how he began, like how he kind of began his craze, I guess you could say, where his wife sadly lost the child because a man accidentally slammed the door into her stomach, which is horrible, by the way. And another cool effect that I liked in this movie is where this guy's like chained down to a table, like the first trap John ever created, I'm pretty sure, where he has to push his face into knives and to like escape and everything. Like, that scene too was like, that was cool. Like, just seeing John's first trap again. I don't like prequels, but to me, this character, I don't really mind seeing prequel stuff with this guy. Also because they killed John Kramer, so they have to find a way to bring him back to the franchise. Now for my final positive is I do like the editing in this movie, and I honestly don't talk about that. Where the editing in the other movies was like quick shots, like shaky cams, kind of like old school metal editing in a way, shaky cam, moving like really fast and shit. Where to me, the editing in this movie is probably the best editing of the franchise. Where this one chick is kind of thrown into a mirror, and then it like looks like that she's thrown into the mirror, and it goes right to a different scene. And they do that a lot, where this one character walks off, and then it cuts to the next scene. Like, editing like that, I was like, oh, that was pretty cool editing. Oh, that was a pretty neat mechanic. I like seeing that, and I don't talk about editing, but whoever edited this movie, they should have edited more of the franchise. Or did they? I don't know. Moving on to my mixed aspects, and that is the traps in this movie. They're pretty dull and forgettable. I didn't really think any of them were very creative. Some of them were. My favorite one is where this guy has to lie on a bed and press these buttons for like spikes to go in his eye to save his life because he was a rapist. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that, but and then like these two spikes go into his eye and shit. Where I thought that, to me, that was the only cool trap. The other traps I kind of forget. The only other two traps that I actually remember is this one chick getting her hair pulled off and stuff, and then this like married couple having to pull like poles out of them to like survive. Other than that, all of them are forgettable and none of them are really memorable. Moving on to my negatives, and this is a character you'll probably hear me talk about more throughout the franchise, and that is Mark Hoffman, aka Officer Hoffman, aka the 100th apprentice of the Jigsaw Killer. I do not like this character. I do not care for him. I don't care for his actor. This is a character that I just fucking despise. He is so stupid. He's not enjoyable to watch. Like, and throughout the entire franchise, I was like, who is the Jigsaw apprentice? Who is he? That motherfucker! Right there! The one that's glaring at you and staring at you like a weird psychopath. Arrest him! Kill him! Like, dude, you don't see that guy as a fucking murderer? Like, even before the twist happened in this movie, I was like, that guy, he's the fucking Saw apprentice. Like, look at the motherfucker. He just looks crazy. Like, he just goes, looks like he sniffed some guy's asshole or something. Goes, it's like, are you, are you fucking angry at something, dude? Like, you want to throw down? You want to fight me, bro? Come on, let's fight, bro. This negative also has to deal with another character, and that is Detective Peter Strom. He's an FBI agent. He's trying to figure out who the Jigsaw apprentice is, and he is a character I just don't care for. Like Mark Hoffman, he is stupid, and I don't care for him. Like, he's not a Saw apprentice, he's an FBI agent looking for Saw, Jigsaw, looking for the apprentice, I guess, but it's like, dude, why are you here? What's your character for? And I don't care that he dies in the next movie. It's like, oh, cool, he's dead. I don't give a fuck. Like, throughout the entire movie, he's interrogating Jill, who was John's ex-wife. Where he in the entire movie, he's always angry, yelling at people, like being so fucking mean to everybody, especially Mark, like Hoffman. Like he's just like, I don't like you, I don't like you. And just like in like a Jill, he's slamming tables, throwing shit. Like, it's like you're just miserable to watch, dude. Like, fuck off. I also thought the twist in this movie was very fucking predictable. Where it's just like, yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. Where you find out that this detective dude that we've been following, apparently he is in this trap because he keeps kicking down doors when he's not supposed to. It's like, what? What? First off, why is he in a trap for just fucking kicking down doors? I'm pretty sure the office would write him up and fine him. Fuck, man. You're gonna throw people into a trap just because they keep kicking down doors? What's next? Some motherfucker jaywalked? Why? Never mind. But the twist in this movie is I was like, oh, by the way, this Hoffman dude, oh yeah, he's the Jigsaw apprentice. It's like, well, yeah, oh yeah, no shit. Like I couldn't see that a mile away. It's like look, just look at the motherfucker. Like look at him. You can't tell me that this motherfucker doesn't look like a fucking Saw apprentice. Like look at him. Like oh my god. It's like, dude, look at this guy. You cannot tell me that this guy does not look like a Saw apprentice. Come on. Tell me that he's not. I want to see anybody who says, like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Well, I saw it coming like 5 minutes into the fucking movie. Well, guys, Saw 4 is not very good. I don't love Saw 4. It's especially just a movie where it's basically a cash grab because they killed off John and they don't have the character anymore to make any more movies. So, Saw 4 I can live without it. So if you love the first three Saw movies, I don't really see you liking this movie. But if you are a Saw fanatic, this movie will work for you. But all in all, I'm just gonna tell you that just go ahead and skip Saw 4. What do you guys think of Saw 4? Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Do you actually like Saw 4, or are you like me and you just think it's stupid and you just don't really care for it? Let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. If you like this video, like it. If you love to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you will get notified for my latest videos. And of course, until my next video, I'll see you next time.